Level 1. The Sanitation Worker. Your journey begins in the basement corridors, during the quietest hours of the night. You are pushing a heavy cart, moving through long, empty hallways. Your job is to keep the hospital completely clean and sterile, to erase the signs of trauma and illness, so that when the next patient arrives, everything is ready. You see the hospital in its most honest state, the rooms where life has just begun, and the rooms where it has just ended. You work silently, while medical teams walk past you in a hurry. Most people don't even notice you. It's as if you are invisible. But if you were not constantly alert against infection, this building would not remain a sanctuary. It would become a danger. You learn to handle biohazard waste without hesitation. You understand that your mop and disinfectant are just as important as a surgeon's scalpel. Now, you have moved from the hallways into the patient rooms. Here, care becomes even more personal. You help the elderly sit up. You change the bed sheets. You listen to the stories of people who are lonely or too afraid to sleep. Day after day of lifting bodies makes your back ache, and your heart grows heavy when you are the first to notice that a patient's spirit is slowly fading. You stand between high-level medicine and the fragile reality of the human body. You are the eyes and ears of the ward, doing the tasks that others are too busy to handle. Now, life has become a 12-hour marathon. Checking monitors, giving medications, managing the chaos of a busy floor. You have become the backbone of the hospital. You turn the doctor's complicated orders into real care. 3 alarms go off at once, and you still remain calm. You have learned which crisis needs attention first. The exhaustion is deep, constant. But in the middle of it all, you feel a strange, quiet strength. You are the hand that holds a family together during their worst moments. Blood and needles no longer seem frightening. They are simply tools. This job requires complete focus and thick skin. Now, you are on the front lines. Sirens, flashing lights, and the unpredictable life of the streets. You treat people inside a moving ambulance. You stabilize them in the middle of car accidents, or revive them on a cold living room floor. Every shift is a gamble. You never know if the next call will be a small injury or a life-changing tragedy. You must make decisions in seconds with limited information. You are the bridge between the scene of an accident and the emergency room. When you roll the stretcher through the hospital doors, you hand over the responsibility to the surgical team. But the adrenaline, it remains in your body long after the patient is gone.
Level 5. The Resident Physician. Now you are at the stage of extreme exhaustion, working 80 hours every week, navigating the difficult path of clinical medicine. You carry a heavy pager, you respond to every code blue, you write endless notes. You are a doctor, but you still answer to all your seniors. There is always a fear that one small mistake could cause permanent damage. Vending machine snacks, 20-minute naps in a small call room, rounds, surgeries, study, then the same cycle again. This fire strengthens you. Book knowledge turns into practical instinct, and that instinct saves lives. Now you have reached ultimate responsibility. The most difficult decisions rest on your shoulders. Under the bright lights of the operating theater, the world shrinks to the part of the body you are repairing. You have developed a cold, precise focus. You cut to save someone and block out the pressure. Outside the theater, you are a leader. You manage residents and nurses. You deliver life-changing news to families. This job requires ego, but it also carries a heavy truth. Not everyone can be saved. Now your perspective has changed. The focus is no longer one patient, but the entire hospital system. Scrubs have been replaced with a suit. Your tools are budgets, staffing ratios, safety protocols. You make the cold and difficult decisions that keep the hospital open. Expensive life-saving technology or a limited budget. You see the hospital as a massive machine with thousands of moving parts. Your job is to keep everything running together without breaking. The politics of medicine, legal matters, public reputation. The community's survival depends on this institution. 40 years later, you have stepped into a role of mentorship and reflection. You look at young residents and new nurses and see your past in their tired eyes. You have watched medical technology change, from primitive tools to robotic systems. You have lived through epidemics that pushed the building to its limits. You carry memories with you, the patients who were lost and the thousands who were saved. You understand the fragile cycle of life and death better than most. The hospital is no longer just a workplace. It has become the landscape of your entire life. And when you prepare to leave for the final time, you know the machine will keep running, even after you are gone, just like it always has.